Hello, thank you so much for joining me today. I have a pretty simple t-shirt edit project to show you today. I want to get back into the swing of making videos. I have new software and I'm hoping it's good because part of why I haven't been making videos is because my old software was really frustrating to use. So let's give this a go. Okay, so I have another t-shirt. This one I cut with just a 1/4 inch of seam allowance because I'm probably just going to sew the back up. It's just for me and I don't mind popping heads off. So what I think I want to do is try a different kind of design. Normally these t-shirts end up very simple, and I think I want to try giving them like a colorful collar. See how that looks. And maybe along the sleeve as well. Could do one at the hem. Not sold on it yet, we'll see. So I have this sad shirt that has been harvested for repeated shirts, as you can see. So I'm gonna cut strips out of this for my trimming. And when you cut your trim with knit fabric, I'm hoping this one you can actually kind of see. With knit fabric, you get like little rows on the front side of the knit that's just made up of teeny tiny V's. You want to go like perpendicular to rows. You want the maximum stretch to be the length of the trim piece that you cut, and then the height of it, which is a little bit less stretchy, can be the short part. So I'm going to cut this quick, and I'm not going to really measure this because while I sew, I'm going to let the tension of the fabric guide how much of it I'm going to need. So I'm just going to cut as long of strips as I can manage out of this scrappy scrap fabric. Okay, so now that I have these cut, and I went with 1 inch wide because when I fold them and then including the seam allowance, I'm hoping my end result ends up being about a 1/4 inch of trim around the edges, which I think will be cute. I definitely have extra there, that's good. Before I put that on, I am going to sew at the shoulder seams, and this is why I left the back open with the seam, because it's going to make putting the collar on easier. Okay, so with our shoulder seam sewn, I now have this is all connected and the 2 sleeves are all connected, which is great. So when I put this through the machine, I'm going to fold this with wrong sides together, and then I'm going to pin it with the folded edge pointing downwards. And I don't actually bother to pin this all around because I've done this enough that I know when I push it through the machine, I can stretch the collar slightly as I'm sewing, and this will create the very slightly gathered effect that hopefully will make the collar pull in towards the neck as opposed to stand out awkwardly like you can sometimes see, and that gets really frustrating. So if I wasn't so comfortable with that, you can like figure out exactly how long this is and then pin it with this stretched a little bit. Because I do tend to do this on the serger, I don't actually like to use a lot of pins because I'm paranoid that I'm gonna run over it with the serger and wreck my blade. So, oof, the little red things, we're gonna have to get those off after the fact. But yeah, so I'm gonna kind of cheat it and wing it, but you can actually like stretch it, pin it, and just create little bubbles. And then when you put it through the machine, you stretch it while it sews. So I am gonna do that quick and we'll see how it goes. Okay, this is definitely looking cute. Pretty excited. I think I am going to actually, normally I'll just iron this and it lays flat and it looks nice, and I like the simple look, but because the collar and the sleeves caps are kind of like the visual interest of this project, I think I'm gonna try doing a top stitch, just like a scant 1/8 of an inch, maybe like even a millimeter away from the collar to hold this down. Before I do that, I will iron this. Ironing will make your life a lot easier in this case. Fabric, when it's poofy like this, can be a lot more unmanageable than if you just squash it down with a nice press. So I think that's what I'm gonna do next. Alright, so I'm loving it so far, honestly. This is crazy fun. It is also giving me like some major Coca-Cola vibes, so yeah, I might have to do it. Alright, so I didn't have the guts to make it say Coca-Cola because I don't want Coke coming after me. So I decided to go with a different word that also starts with C and has cute curly letters to evoke the imagery, but not necessarily the copyright hellfire. And that's adorable. That is extremely cute. I need to iron this on. This is stretch vinyl that was cut with a Cricut. I can put links down below if you like. But I'm going to iron this on and then we can finish sewing this up. Okay, so now we sew the sleeves, or not the sleeves, the underarm and the side. Okay, I'm going to sew that, and then I'm also going to finish the bottom probably. Okay, once it's been sewn together, this is what it looks like. We did the side seams and the hem, and then after that I just sewed up the back and tied off my little serger threads, and we're good to go.
All right, and there we have it. I am pretty excited about this one. I like how it turned out a lot. I really like the vibe of it. My only regret was that I did stretch the trim along the sleeves, and that made the sleeves really, really tight. They're normally, just tight enough, and that made them too tight. You can still get it on, obviously, as you can see, but it's not as fun. So going forward, I will not stretch that like I stretched the collar. But overall, I think this is just a fun way to jazz up an otherwise plain t-shirt. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video today. If you want more content like this, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I hope you have a good one. Bye bye.